afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Monday.
Hello, stranger.
Susan is back. You're taking care of your folks down in South Carolina.
Boy.
And that's not over yet.
Life can be unpredictable, can it? I mean, it has been a crazy couple of weeks. I went to South Carolina to take my dad to a doctor's appointment. I flew back to Madison, and literally the next morning, my mom fell and broke her hip. So I had to turn around and fly back.
To take care of both of them.
To take care of both of them, but I nursed them back to health. They're rallying and they're doing really well, and I'm so thankful to Charlotte and Brady and to you for picking up the slack while I was gone.
We did nothing compared to what you went through, believe me.
No, it's great to be back. It's just when it rains, it pours. Have you ever gone through a period like that in your life?
Yes.
Where everything that can go wrong goes wrong.
Well, it's good to have you back, and we'll play it day by day?
Good to be back.
All right. Just ahead, a community rally behind a longtime Wanakee basketball coach after his contract was not renewed.
Plus, we're uncovering new details about a murder over the weekend on Madison's east side.
And later, the International Space Station welcoming 4 newcomers on board a private SpaceX capsule today. We'll hear from them coming up. Let's take a look outside. You brought some South Carolina weather, and this turkey, we saw this turkey.
Yeah.
We were taking a drive earlier.
We were taking a drive in your new electric car, which was pretty cool. And Mark and I saw this guy in the parking lot. He's doing a little flirting there.
Yeah, and the female was not interested. All right, it's that time of year. Jacob's in the backyard. Beautiful day today.
Yeah, it's very beautiful, but I have to comment. I've been told by several people that I'm going to have to deal with the turkeys around Madison. Now, I've only been here for 2 months, but I have yet to run into one, but I assume that my time is running short until I do. But overall, the temperatures are very nice. We are still dealing with some wildfire smoke. You can kind of see that firsthand with the weather camera outside, but the temperatures are very nice. It is a bit warm, upper 70s right now, south wind at 5 miles per hour. Temperatures across our area are in the upper 70s and even lower 80s for some locations. These were about the temperatures yesterday, but today they are a bit warmer. And we're certainly not the only area seeing the nice and warm temperatures. A lot of the Midwest and Great Lakes region in the upper 70s and lower 80s. This looks to continue at least for tomorrow, but we are going to see a bit of a cool down for the middle of the week. But as far as Doppler track, on top of the warm temperatures, all of the Midwest and Great Lakes region really not seeing any rainfall. That also is going to continue for the most part. For your evening forecast, it's going to continue to be mild. Definitely get out and enjoy the weather. It's going to continue to be nice, though. But this evening, we're going to remain dry with mild temperatures dropping to around 66 by 10 p.m. And then by morning, we'll see low temperatures around the mid-50s. We'll see mostly clear skies. Overnight lows in general will be mild. But I'll talk more in detail about the temperature swings we expect to see over the next couple of days. All that and more will be coming up a little bit later in the show.
All right, Jacob, we'll see you back in just a little bit. First at 4, parents of Wanakee High School basketball players flooded a school board meeting this morning.
Showing their support for a coach who was fired by the district after 20 years. Will Keneally explain what happens.
Here in Wanakee this morning, we saw support for a coach who earlier this month had his contract not renewed by the district. Wanakee basketball coach Dana McKenzie, speaking outside of a school board special meeting today, says there has been a group of disgruntled parents working to get him removed. But many former and current players spoke on his behalf, trying to get the board's decision changed.
And truly, it is impressive, and as I said earlier, this topic is not on our agenda today, and we really can't take up a discussion because of the notification of meeting law. But it is something to know that we heard you. We will put this on an agenda, and that's all I can say about it.
The decision to not renew McKenzie's contract came down 2 weeks ago. At the time, the district said it was in the process of posting for the position. And we'll hear more from the coach coming up tonight at 5. Reporting from Wanakee, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Investigators in Washington County are trying to determine what started a massive fire last night at a wood company. The flames and a huge plume of smoke could be seen from miles away. You can see in drone video just how quickly the fire grew and ate up the warehouse at the Oak Creek Wood Product Company in Slinger. The flames spread rapidly along large mulch piles and stacked pallets before entering the building. The fire forced the closure of I-41 southbound at Highway 60 for roughly 2 hours. There are new details tonight about a homicide on Madison's east side over the weekend.
Police say the victim, a 32-year-old man, was taken to a nearby hospital. He died there from his injuries. Kyle Pozorski is live at the east side after talking to the business owner where it happened this afternoon. Kyle, what have you learned?
Well, manager Eddie Lopez tells me the person who was shot was attending a private party inside the Lush, which up until recently was called Lush Lounge. Bystanders had told us yesterday that when they drove past the parking lot here, they saw a large group of people partying. The Lush manager tells me that a private party was going on inside their venue space where guests could bring their own drinks. That's because they had their liquor license voided last October and didn't get it renewed yet because city officials are waiting for a pending lawsuit between the original business partners to be settled first. During that time, the city has told them they can't serve or sell alcohol. The manager also tells me the incident was a tragic, random shooting, which they hope never happens again here in their neighborhood. We have more information up on our website, channel3000.com.
Kyle, thank you. Madison police are also investigating another shooting that happened a little earlier on Saturday night. A 24-year-old man showed up at a hospital with a gunshot wound. He said he was parked along Carnwood Road when someone pulled up next to his vehicle and shot at him. Officers found a damaged truck knocked over on its side near the scene, and several shell casings were collected in the area. The man told officers that he'd crashed into the truck while trying to flee the scene.
The man accused of killing 4 students in Idaho was arraigned today on 4 counts of first-degree murder. A judge entered a not guilty plea for him and told the 28-year-old he could face the death penalty. Brian Koberger is accused of stabbing 4 students at their home in Moscow, Idaho, early on November 13th. It's likely that all were asleep at the time of the attack. Koberger was arrested almost 7 weeks later at his family's home in Pennsylvania.
Big question here, of course, is motive. What they have to do is put reasonable doubt in one juror's mind, and that is enough for a hung jury.
Investigators have not found a murder weapon, which is a point in favor of the defense. Prosecutors have 60 days now to decide whether to pursue the death penalty.
President Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy are meeting this afternoon to discuss raising the debt ceiling with time running out before the June 1st deadline. Negotiations over the debt ceiling ended on Capitol Hill as President Biden cut short his overseas trip in order to get back to the negotiating table. Sources say the White House is now offering to keep spending flat from this year to next. Republicans say they want to increase defense spending while cutting everything else by up to 22%.
There's a number of places that we have been discussing. There's a number of places the president discussed. That's why we're going to get together. We're not going to cut the deal here, which I would have loved to be able to do, but we're going to work together, solve this problem, and make America stronger.
The impact of defaulting would be felt by everyone. Economists say millions of Americans could lose their jobs, pushing the country into a recession. Social Security checks could be delayed, and the nation's credit rating could be lowered. The Republican presidential field just got a little more crowded.
South Carolina Senator Tim Scott launched his campaign with a rally today. Christian Benavidez reports on the GOP race.
I'm running for president of the United States of America.
South Carolina's Tim Scott, the only black Republican in the Senate, struck an optimistic tone as he kicked off his presidential campaign.
I'm living proof that America is the land of opportunity and not a land of oppression.
Scott, a conservative who grew up in poverty, is positioning himself as a positive alternative to today's divisive politics. Already in his corner, the Senate's number 2 Republican, South Dakota's John Thune.
Tim Scott is the real deal.
Also expected to join the race this week, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who has been touting himself as the only Republican who can win a general election.
I think in Florida, we really showed what it takes to not just win big, and then deliver big.
But polls show former President Donald Trump remains the clear frontrunner for the Republican nomination among likely GOP primary voters. In a recent CBS News poll, those voters said they are looking for a candidate who digs into the culture wars and makes liberals angry. That same poll shows Scott with just 1% support compared to 58% for Trump and 22% for DeSantis. Echoing those polls, most House Republicans from Florida have already endorsed Trump over DeSantis. Cristian Benavides, CBS News, Palm Beach, Florida.
Other candidates officially running for the GOP nomination include former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson, and businessman Vivek Ramaswamy. Former Vice President Mike Pence is among those still expected to join the Republican race.
Nebraska's Republican governor has signed a bill that bans abortion at 12 weeks and restricts gender-affirming medical care for people younger than 19. The law was signed today by Governor Jim Pillen. The abortion ban takes effect immediately. The restrictions on gender-affirming care take effect October 1st. In Michigan, Governor Gretchen Whitmer signed the state's new red flag law. The law is expected to take effect next spring and will allow family members, police, mental health professionals, and others to petition a judge to remove firearms from those they believe pose an imminent threat to themselves or others. Whitmer was joined by leaders and advocates for gun safety legislation, including former U.S. Representative Gabby Giffords, who was shot in 2011 while at a constituent meeting in a supermarket parking lot.
May is Stroke Awareness Month, and a campaign is raising awareness for people to know the symptoms of a stroke so they can get treatment right away if needed. That message is a familiar one to Leticia Vega, who had a stroke a year and a half ago. The 41-year-old mother called her mom when the symptoms started in disbelief.
I felt like a pop above my eyebrow on the right side. My left leg started shaking uncontrollably. I wasn't able to express what I wanted to tell her. And my mom is like, she's having a stroke. Get her to the hospital right away.
She is one of almost 800,000 people who suffer a stroke each year in the U.S., and doctors are now pushing awareness of the warning signs: balance loss, eyesight changes, facial drooping, arm weakness, and speech difficulty. The International Space Station welcomed 4 astronauts today from a private flight aboard a SpaceX capsule.
Among them, Saudi Arabia's first female astronaut and a Tennessee businessman. Naomi Ruckham has the latest.
In Houston and SpaceX, Dragon Hatch is open.
And with that, 4 astronauts floated aboard the International Space Station, welcomed by 7 astronauts and cosmonauts already there.
And so on behalf of Expedition 69, it's an honor to welcome our new crewmates.
Among the newbies, retired NASA astronaut Peggy Whitson, who's already spent nearly 2 years in space.
Great for me to come back personally. It does feel like home.
She's commander of the private Axiom space mission, acting as a chaperone to the 3 rookies, including 2 astronauts from Saudi Arabia and Tennessee businessman John Schaffner.
Yeah, I've been dreaming or working toward this since I was 8 in a Young Astronauts Club.
Schaffner paid his own way, but Axiom Space has not said how much. On the company's first private trip last year, each ticket was $55 million.
And liftoff, Falcon 9.
The group blasted off from Kennedy Space Center Sunday night aboard a SpaceX capsule, traveling about 15 hours before docking with the 275-mile-high orbiting lab.
Self-capture confirmed.
They'll stay for 8 days and perform more than 20 experiments, including microgravity's effect on stem cell research. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News, New York.
The 4 visitors are scheduled to return to Earth next week with a splashdown off the Florida coast. Would you go?
In a second. Would you?
Yeah, if I didn't have to pay $55 million.
Well, right.
Well, still to come before the 10th installment of the Fast and Furious franchise roared into theaters over the weekend.
Does it do the series justice? We'll find out from film critic Will Loper when Live at 4 continues.
Creating family memories is what Maple Leaf Landscaping is all about. We design and build outdoor spaces that bring people together. Landscaped spaces for any size family. Functional, beautiful, a place everyone will enjoy. And it all starts with a free visit at your home by one of our landscape experts. So call Maple Leaf Landscaping today and have us create an outdoor living space for your home.
Ruggability. We straight made that word up. How else to describe the otherwise indescribable, rugged, capable, incredible versatility and affordability of a Honda SUV? Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com calls Honda the best value brand. Car and Driver calls Honda the winningest brand in 10 best history. But we like ruggability, and you'll like the incredifantabulous deals, so see your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin.
Memories matter.
I think the biggest thing I got out of my service in Vietnam was a real sense of patriotism. I'm very proud of what I did. I fought for you, and I'd fight for you again.
This Memorial Day, we remember, and we never forget those who sacrificed everything for our freedoms. We are Crest Funeral and Cremation Service, and we know that your memories matter.
Dad always said I was special, that I would do something big someday. But for a while, we were just worried about getting to tomorrow. At UW Health, we found the team that made it their mission. Not just to get me through the day, but to give me a new life and a new kidney. Now, my future is infinite. UW Health. Remarkable.
First Choice Dental's got going to the dentist solved. And when you've got 11 convenient neighborhood clinics, you can solve a lot of problems, like helping you get in and get back to your busy day with Snap appointments. Schedule your appointment at firstchoicedental.com.
As summer approaches, is your house ready? Over 7 out of 10 homes are poorly insulated. Is yours? Here are some of the signs. Is your house too cold in the winter? Is it too hot in the summer? Does your furnace and AC run almost non-stop? Do you have different temperatures in different rooms? Are your energy bills too high? You don't need a new home. You need better insulation.
And right now, during Home Improvement Month, our labor is free, but that ends May 31st.
USA Insulation.
Dove Beauty Bar does far more than clean.
This is going to moisturize my skin. I use Dove Beauty Bar on my face.
I use Dove Beauty Bar to remove my makeup. It's always there for whatever I need it for.
With 1/4 moisturizing cream, it's amazing what Dove Beauty Bar can do.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Welcome back. Today is International Biodiversity Day.
Conservationists are calling for action to protect the planet for generations to come. Climate experts say the world is seeing a dangerous decline in nature, with 1 million species now threatened with extinction and water sources drying up across the globe. At the COP's Biodiversity Summit 5 months ago, nearly 200 nations agreed to protect at least 30% of the planet's land and water by 2030. On this International Biodiversity Day, conservationists want to make sure those promises are kept.
We're doing very badly at protecting our biodiversity. We better change our ways, or else we're going to be in big trouble.
Scientists are urging people to find ways to repair damaged habitats, like planting shrubs along shorelines to protect wildlife and reduce erosion. The United Nations is calling for collective action around the world to help ensure a prosperous planet for all species.
The annual Click It or Ticket campaign begins state and nationwide today. Law enforcement officers across the nation are putting an emphasis on buckling up as the summer travel season kicks off. Madison police say people who don't buckle up are 80 times more likely to die in a crash. Now through June 4th, officers will be increasing enforcement of seatbelt violations. Citations will also be issued for every unbuckled passenger in a vehicle. It was a mixed day on Wall Street as investors turned to the renewed debt talks. The Dow Industrials lost 140 points, or about 0.5%. The Nasdaq added 62. The S&P 500 was up a little over 0.5 point. Well, to no one's surprise, the latest Fast and Furious film got the checkered flag at the weekend box office.
How does it stack up compared to the first 9 films in the franchise? Let's find out from our resident film critic, Will Loper, in the Loper Report.
Hey, Susan and Mark. Fast X, the 10th in the main series of the Fast and Furious films, and 11th overall in the franchise, zoomed to #1 at the box office this past weekend.
I
I know that this road has been very hard.
Fast X made $67 million, which is just the 7th best opening weekend in the franchise, right behind F9.
Dominic Toretto, you're about to learn all about fear. Boom!
As for the film itself, this time around, Jason Momoa plays the big bad, who we discovered a series of flashbacks is actually the son of a previous bad guy from Fast 5. And we are treated to scenes of Momoa being digitally inserted into the 5th film.
Never accept death when suffering is owed.
He's out for revenge, which means breaking apart Dominic Toretto's family.
He's coming for you with everything.
What's the plan, Dom? I'm not sure anymore.
Of course, Vin Diesel returns as Dom, as well as the rest of the cast, including Michelle Rodriguez, Tyrese Gibson, John Cena, and so many more.
Game recognizes game.
The action is as ridiculous as ever, with the best sequence taking place in the beginning. The team has to stop a giant rolling bomb from hitting the Vatican, and it's as thrilling as ever. Then the rest of the film happens. Characters split up, Vin Diesel gives his best Shakespearean tragedy performance, and Momoa hams it up, becoming a highlight of the movie.
Tommy, I knew you would come for me. I'm Dante. Enchante.
But Fast X is far too long and too full of bad CGI to be considered one of the better entries. You'll get your share of insane stunts, but the shine has begun to wear off such moments as seeing a car fall out of a plane and smushing other cars. At least nobody went to space this time. Fast X is in theaters now.
Let's race!
Over on streaming services, newly streaming on HBO Max is the documentary Love to Love You, Donna Summer.
I remember when I Feel Love came on at Studio 54, you just stopped in your tracks. You thought, what is this?
I have a secret life. You're looking at me, but what you see is not what I am.
The doc takes a look at the life and career of artist Donna Summer.
She was the first female black artist to ever have a video on MTV.
And newly streaming on Netflix tomorrow is the docu-series Mer People.
This is a $500 million industry. There are pageants, there are conventions, there are competitions, there are auditions, there are shows.
Wait, that's a job?
The show explores the professional industry of mermaiding.
I get emails all the time from people telling me that they want to be a professional mermaid, and my first thought is, oh, you have no idea what you're getting yourself into.
For Live at 4, I'm Will Loper.
That looks really interesting.
That's a thing I didn't know was a thing.
It's a retirement plan.
There you go. I feel like a mermaid with these compression socks on, I'll tell you that. All right, where are we here? Still to come at 4. Wait until you meet our pet of the week, Rose.
She is a 3-month-old transplant from New Mexico. We'll have more on this playful pup coming up after Jacob's First Warn forecast.
Did you leave the lights on?
No.
What the?
I'll go check it out.
I'm not a raccoon whisperer, but I can help you upgrade all this.
With free installation on Felco windows, siding, doors, and roofing, plus no money down and no interest for 1 year. There's never been a better time to upgrade your home.
This offer ends soon. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Felco.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something on the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
Makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home. So we applied it to his under eye bags. And let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This Memorial Day is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
You got me.
Tag, you're it.
Imagine a world with no drama. With 4imprint, you don't have to chase down the perfect promotional products. Exclusive apparel, bags, drinkware, and more. 4imprint will help you capture the moment and guarantee to deliver your order on time and on budget. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Well, take a look at this. Strap in for this ride. It's a Lamborghini Huracan Storado. It's the company's first off-road supercar and the last fully gas vehicle it plans to make. Future versions will be hybrid or electric. It starts around $250,000, but industry publications say it is sold out. For now, Lamborghini already makes a SUV that can go off-road, so why create a car that does the same thing? The company says, because it's fun.
Why not?
$250,000.
Yeah.
And we have some breaking sports news. The NFL just announced the Green Bay Packers will host the 2025 NFL Draft inside and around Lambeau Field and Titletown.
That's exciting. Anybody who watched this year's draft saw how much this means to the host city. Green Bay has been lobbying for this for a number of years. And did you watch the draft and see all of the people there?
Absolutely.
That's pretty exciting.
It is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Bring a lot of money to the area.
Yep.
Jacob is here now, and
the weather's beautiful.
Yeah, and it's gonna, for the most part, it's gonna continue to be beautiful. Now the temperatures are gonna be kind of up and down. I'll talk more in detail about it just after the break, but it's still gonna be nice.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can go out and have s'more fun. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, that's crispy. Anyone?
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care. That's the value you can expect from Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
My favorite thing about the Power Swabs is that I was actually able to take the swab and really get through some of those areas that are kind of like untreated. I felt like I can immediately see the results, and I'm like, oh, I'm definitely starting to see the shades getting brighter and brighter, or whiter and whiter.
If you have yellowing between your teeth, if you have coffee or tea stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And in each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays and start using the Power Swabs 5-minute solution.
Well, they're whiter, they're brighter, and I feel better about my smile. And it was so easy to do.
One friend was like, your teeth look like really white. Did you do anything to it? And I was like, I did. I did Power Swabs.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This Memorial Day, order Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 50% off and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can go out and have s'more fun. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, that's crispy. Anyone?
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care. That's the value you can expect from Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, it's been very beautiful the last couple of days, and it's going to continue to be warm tomorrow. But then as we get to Wednesday, we are going to see some cooler temperatures. But for the most part, we also are going to remain dry through the upcoming weekend, maybe even for Memorial Day as well. Now, we've been talking about the nice temperatures. Here's a look at the high temperatures for the last 10 days. For the most part, 70s, lower 80s, upper 60s. It was a bit cooler last Sunday, not yesterday, the Sunday before that. But honestly, other than that one Sunday, it's been just about perfect. You know, 60s for those of you that like cooler temperatures, 80s for those of you who like it a bit warmer, and it's going to continue to be like this for the next 7 to 10 days as well. Now, here's a look at the high temperatures from today. It did reach 80 degrees in Madison. A lot of our area reached the lower 80s, and even if you didn't, you likely reached the upper 70s, unless you were closer to the lake where high temperatures were in the lower 70s. For tonight, we'll see low temperatures in the mid 50s, very similar to the low temperatures last night. We also are going to continue to see clear skies, and for tomorrow, the clear skies are going to continue and the temperatures could get even warmer. 82 is the forecasted high for Madison. Much of southern Wisconsin will reach the lower 80s, unless, of course, you are by the lake, which will be a bit cooler with high temperatures in the 70s. Now, here's a look at future track. We're not expected to see any rainfall, but I want to talk a little bit about the wind direction. So tomorrow it's going to remain mild as most of the winds will be out of the south-southeast, but then we're going to see a shift in the winds. It's going to be coming out of the northeast, and that's going to bring a lake breeze across our area and really cool things down for Wednesday afternoon. There's also a small chance of a light shower, but it's not going to be a huge issue. This will continue for Thursday as well, and although temperatures will remain relatively comfortable, they're obviously going to be a lot cooler than what we expect tomorrow. So here's a look at the forecast for Wednesday. 68 is the forecasted high. Partly sunny skies will continue, but it also will be a bit breezy with those cooler temperatures. And Thursday is also going to be similar to Wednesday, although not quite as breezy. We'll only see an east wind at 8 to 15 miles per hour, and we also will continue to be mostly sunny. So as a whole, it's not going to be too bad. Still going to be very comfortable, but it's not going to be anywhere close to the forecasted high of 82 that is expected for tomorrow. Now, the dry weather is expected to continue really for this upcoming week. We'll continue to see sunshine as we head into the weekend, and it also does appear that for Memorial Day weekend, the chance of storms look less likely as the days progress. So it looks like we may be dry for Memorial Day as well. And we also are going to be pretty warm. There's also a chance for some storms towards the middle of next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. We do have the chance for some storms, and the temperatures are going to remain mild with highs in the 80s. So outside of Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to be fairly mild with temperatures continuously being in the 70s and 80s. Now, we are still doing the umbrella contest. This is the last week for the umbrella contest. If you want to submit a photo, you can to the email address on screen, firstwarn@WISC-TV.com, or through the weather app. The weather team here will then select a photo, and whoever's photo is selected will win a First Warn weather umbrella. And as I mentioned, this is the last week we are doing it. We are doing it until Friday, and we will still announce a new winner every weekday at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m.
All right, Jacob, thank you. It's time to introduce you to our pet of the week, Lisa Bernard from the Dane County Humane Society. Is here. Welcome to you.
Hi, Lisa. Good to see you.
Great seeing you.
What do we have here?
This is Rose.
Not Rose. I said Rose. It's Rose.
I thought it was Rose, and then one of my colleagues corrected me. I'm like, well, summer isn't complete without Rose.
That's right.
She's watching herself on a big monitor over there.
She is.
She's very sweet. Tell us about her. What breed is she?
They think she might be American Pit Bull Terrier mix.
Okay.
So she is about 3 months old. She just arrived last week from New Mexico with 4 of her siblings.
She loves to look at herself.
Yeah. See how cute you are? Look at those ears.
I love the ears.
She's a little shy at first.
She is a little shy, but when she gets comfortable with you, she rolls over very fast for belly rubs.
Well, who wouldn't?
So, yes, yes.
Yeah, she was shaking a little bit when she came out on the, but now she's completely content.
Yeah,
Yes,
She might
she's
even
very
fall asleep.
Maybe.
She's got some pretty big paws.
She does.
So-
She's gonna grow in
Maybe 40, 50 pounds.
approximately, yeah, because I mean, she is pretty big for a 3-month-old too. I mean, compared to some of the other ones I've seen, it's.
She'll be a great
grown.
pet when she gets
Oh,
comfortable
yeah.
with her surroundings.
She's such a great snuggler. Oh my
Oh, are
goodness.
you a snuggler?
Yes, we were snuggling outside there, and she was just digging into me and like resting, and she'd lay her head on my lap and just look at me, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of commotion out here. All right, you have a lot of cats you're dealing with too.
We are. So 2 weeks ago, we received about 50 cats from one household, and
Ooh, hoarder?
Adult cats?
majority, yes.
Okay.
And about 15 to 20 of them have been made available. So,
Great.
and we've been adopting some, but thanks to our wonderful community who's been helping us, they've been helping support us through this, we've decided to waive those cats' adoption fees.
That's
good.
wonderful.
That's news.
They are looking for homes either to go together as a pair or to a home that already has a cat that can help them with socialization.
And when you adopt a cat, you get all of the vaccinations. All of that is taken care
Yes,
of by
we
the
take
Humane
care of all of
Society.
that.
That's a big,
And no
big
fee.
incentive.
No fee
that's
for
pretty
those
good.
cats, yeah. And there are still some other cats that aren't available from that situation yet because we still are working with them on their medical and their behavior.
It's a lot of cats to take care of all at once.
It is.
All
It
right,
is.
so
But we're glad that some
keep
of them
it-
are finding homes already.
Keep a
so.
kitty in mind.
Yes.
Last time, Gabriel the pup. Gee, I wonder, she got adopted? Or
We
he got adopted?
yes.
Could they be siblings? That one looks just like Rosé, doesn't he?
A little bit,
Yeah.
a little bit, but she's got a little more weight here. Yeah.
All right.
So
if you're interested in adopting Rosé or any of the animals available at the Dane County Humane Society, just go to giveshelter.org/adopt.
Yes.
Good luck, Rosé.
Lisa, great to see you.
Great seeing you.
She does not want to, look at how comfortable she is now. She does not want to move.
She's good.
Yeah.
All right, next, how some restaurants are serving customers thousands of miles away.
And then coming up next hour at 5, how one local company is making sure that service members we lost are not forgotten this Memorial Day. That's coming up at 5.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts, furniture for living, furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our FlexSteel authorized sale, going on now at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Ivisia Dry Eye Drops. Made with hydrating polymers, moisturizing hyaluronic acid, and revitalizing trehalose for instant dryness relief that lasts up to 8 hours. Ivisia, we see a better way.
May is Maytag month at Menards, and we're passing savings on to you with the largest in-stock appliance selection. Find the best prices on Maytag appliances. Right now, save over $800 on this great Maytag laundry pair after sale price and rebate. Update your bathroom with a Moen faucet that suits your style. Moen faucets give you a lifetime of beauty, reliability, and innovative features. Get this Mica bathroom faucet for $99.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
The Chevy RS family of SUVs has it all. Whether you want the 10.2-inch diagonal color touchscreen on Blazer or extra peace of mind with Chevy Safety Assist standard on the 2023 Chevy family of SUVs. So take your pick. The choice is yours. Spring into adventure and get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Equinox models. Or get $1,500 cash allowance. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
You got me.
Tag, you're it.
Imagine a world with no drama. For the guarantee of high-quality promotional items delivered on time, go to 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts. Furniture for living. Furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our FlexSteel authorized sale, going on now at Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
New at 5, outrage pours from Wanakee community members fighting the termination of a high school coach. We dive into the puzzling circumstances around this well-established community figure.
We're going to feel like summer, at least for another day, but then some cooler weather is on the way. We're looking at 60s by the time we get into the mid part of the week. We'll tell you the latest coming up, the First One forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, a homicide investigation on Madison's east side uncovers shocking information about the location's liquor license. Tonight at 6.
Here's a live look from our Platteville camera. See a little smoke starting to come in from the northwest. Otherwise, nice day out there. Well, there's a new way restaurants are serving more customers without opening new locations.
They're licensing recipes to be created remotely. As Bradley Blackburn explains, it means Texas barbecue is now a hit in a very surprising place.
When you smell smoked brisket and you see a dry rub, you're almost certainly deep in the heart of Texas.
The meat, the smoke rolls over the top of the meats.
Scott Moore Jr. owns Tejas Barbecue, one of the best spots in the state.
You got brisket coming up.
Tasting it has meant a trek here to the city of Tomball near Houston, where the line stretches out the door.
It's not a cuisine that is easily found in Manhattan, obviously.
At least until now. Tejas partnered with a company called Wonder that licensed its recipes and sent cooks to train in Texas so they can authentically recreate their barbecue here in New York City.
We've invested a lot over the last few years on making sure that we're able to replicate the best food from the best restaurants and chefs around the country.
Wonder founder Mark Laurie is bringing e-commerce innovation to food. A single location offers meals from more than a dozen restaurants, including iconic chefs like Bobby Flay and Jose Andres. But Tejas is their top seller.
So New Yorkers like Texas barbecue. They absolutely love it.
It's one of several companies helping restaurants grow without traditional franchising. Goldbelly allows restaurants to ship everything from New Orleans gumbo to Chicago deep dish to diners cross country. Moore says the deal with Wonder is huge for a small business.
The money that they were offering was more money than this restaurant was going to make over several years.
This is the test. This is brisket. Of course, it all comes down to taste. This native Texan tried it in Tomball.
This is the brisket in New York.
And the middle of Manhattan.
It holds up. It's good.
I'm hanging our hat on it. I'm proud to tell anybody from New York that that's Tejas's product.
A little bit of Texas, some 1,600 miles away, as more restaurants expand their reach. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York and Texas.
Right now, Wonder is only available in the New York City area.
But they do have plans to expand across the country.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, it is a great idea.
Well, it's Burger Week in Madison, which brings up the question, what's the best hamburger in town?
It's a good question, and it's one we posed to Madison Magazine columnist Doug Moe, who's been in a decades-long search to find the answer. That's when Live at 4 continues.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Here's your parachute. Packed it myself.
Certain it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you 4imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of congratulating coworkers or saying thank you for being a customer with promotional products from 4imprint. Our expert team is dedicated to making your satisfaction a certainty.
Packed it myself.
Land the perfect products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Dove Beauty Bar does far more than clean.
This is going to moisturize my skin.
I use Dove Beauty Bar on my face.
I use Dove Beauty Bar to remove my makeup.
It's always there for whatever I need it for.
With 1/4 moisturizing cream, it's amazing what Dove Beauty Bar can do.
Stanley Steamer loves Madison, Wisconsin. I'm Paul Lashik, local owner of Stanley Steamer here in Madison. We've been proudly cleaning your homes and businesses for over 30 years and will continue to keep your carpet, upholstery, area rugs, hard floors, and air ducts clean for many more. We strive to provide the best quality in both the services we provide and the equipment we use. That's why you've trusted us to keep Madison and southwestern Wisconsin homes cleaner, healthier, and more beautiful place to live. Call and book a cleaning today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Clean, safe, fun. I was hoping daytime care for Mom would be like that. Oh, Grace's new center is so nice. Now, caring for Mom is so much easier.
It's easier to manage my chemo side effects since a Grace Supportive Care came to see me. It was a Grace, but it wasn't hospice.
When you're ready for hospice, you want a Grace. They helped make my dad's last weeks comfortable, calm. It was beautiful.
A Grace, caring every step of the way.
The ultimate LEGO fan experience. Don't miss Brick Universe, May 27th and 28th. Meet LEGO artists and see incredible works of art. Fun for everyone. Tickets are selling out fast. Visit BrickUniverseUSA.com. BrickUniverseUSA.com.
Find your inspiration with Wisconsin Vision. About our $99 prescription sunglasses. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Right now, here's your first warn traffic. Not a lot of issues to report on. There is a bit of a slowdown on the eastbound belt line towards the interstate, but a lot of that just has to do with rush hour traffic. Overall, though, the interstate is looking very green down south to Janesville, 70 miles per hour and above in both directions. That also includes up north to the Dells, also seeing 70 miles per hour or above in both directions. For timing-wise, eastbound belt line still only at 17 minutes, so it's still in the green. Also, westbound belt line at 15 minutes. Southbound, Sun Prairie to downtown is at 19 minutes. So as a whole, no issues with traffic. And back to you guys at the couch.
All right, Jacob, thank you. California Library can finally close the chapter on a book that was overdue by 96 years. The 141-year-old book was returned with little explanation to the St. Helena Public Library after being checked out in 1927. The book's in rough shape. It's older than the building itself, but the good news is the library will not pursue any late charges, which by estimations would be more than $17,000. Well, Madison Burger Week is officially underway. 27
participating restaurants will showcase a burger from their menu from now until Friday, and you can vote for your favorite.
Which begs the question, who makes the best burger in Madison? The search for Madison's best burger is the subject of Doug Moe's latest column in Madison Magazine, and Doug joins us once again. Welcome back.
Hi, Doug.
Thank you. Good to be here.
All right, so there's a story to be told here. How did you get involved in this?
Well, you know, it really dates back to when I was with Madison Magazine 30 years ago, because
the original time.
Right. The best of Madison, the burger category was always one of the most fiercely contested, and we'd take grief from anyone who didn't win, of course. But then some years on, I'm writing for the Capital Times, and there was a piece in GQ magazine. This guy picked the 20 best burgers that you had to eat before you died. And he was from GQ, New York. His favorite was from Santa Monica, California, and it had arugula and avocado on it.
That doesn't count.
No, I mean, P.J. O'Rourke said a head of lettuce, if you can't throw it from home plate to second base, it doesn't count. You know?
All right,
so I wrote a column about that and criticized him, and I got a note from a guy named George Motes, who had just done a documentary called Hamburger America, where he picked the 8 best hamburger spots, or 8 that had colorful stories and were really good burgers. And he liked the piece I wrote and said, by the way, we're doing a book now, Hamburger America. Now in Madison, if you had to pick the one burger to include in our book.
No pressure.
Right, you know, so what would it be? And, you know, I kind of took it like the man I am, wringing my hands and wilting. So I threw it out to the readers. And, of course, that didn't help because I got a dozen or more different replies, you know, many replies.
Everyone different.
Yeah. There were, you know, you could get a consensus of maybe a half a dozen. And that was Dottie's, Plaza, Nitty Gritty, Village Bar, Oakcrest, you know, Blue Moon, Harmony over on the east side. So I gave those to Moats, and Moats actually came to Madison. And I had to decide where to take him. I took him to the Plaza and to Dottie's.
You did.
And Mark Shapiro never forgave me.
I bet.
No,
he didn't take him to the
We've been
nitty.
friends for 30 years.
He didn't take him to the gritty.
He was angry. Moats put the Plaza and Dottie's in the book. In a later edition, he put the Village in. So, you know, it's really subjective. I think I ended the column this week by saying, you know, for anybody who loves burgers, the real answer for the best burger is the next one.
Yes, that's true.
Well, some of them featured in Burger Week are pretty elaborate. These are not bar burgers.
No, and they get a little, I don't know, want to say ridiculous or not, but it's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, they put pineapple on them or this or that.
Here's the Plaza for.
And the Plaza has a secret sauce that you know makes it a great story. I think a place in Minneapolis actually tried to replicate it. Thank you. And I don't know if the Plaza got after him legally or not, but
didn't Chicago Magazine too?
Just recently in their May issue, they have a destinations piece, and one talks about going from Chicago to Minneapolis and says you got to stop in Madison and get an Oakcrest burger.
Oh, they thought that Oakcrest was the best.
Yes. So, you know, everybody from, Madison Burger Week to Chicago Magazine is weighing in. I mean, it is a huge importance, right?
Yes, it is.
A lot depends on this. I think everybody's got a favorite. That's the best burger in town, the one that you like, right?
Well, it is. And, you know, I actually took some of these and tried to make them at home. And not quite as well, but it's fun.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
What'd you do about the secret Plaza sauce?
Well, it has some sour cream, I think.
it's a
and I'm
secret,
sure I couldn't
right?
replicate it.
Everybody guesses what's in that.
You know, I got on this, by the way, because Mike Royko, who I wrote a book about, Chicago columnist, he did all this with the Chicago hot dog.
Right.
Oh. And, you know, and the one thing you can't do with a Chicago hot dog is put ketchup on it.
Yes.
Don't ask me why, but
Gary Canaldi
Ask Gary Canaldi that question.
I bet.
Yeah.
Well, fun read. It's good.
Yeah, you can have a burger every day this week.
Yeah.
Go to all the different places.
Doug, good to see you again.
Good to be here.
Probably see you next week. We'll be right back with a final check your forecast.
We're kicking off Bob's Summer of Savings in all my stores coast to coast this Memorial Day weekend. Celebrating over 30 years of furniture fun in my now 165 stores across the United States. Plus, get Bob's discount on my highly rated furniture, mattresses, and more.
Celebrate Memorial Day at Brothers Maine, where unbeatable appliance deals come with expert advice. Enjoy special prices and free delivery on top brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid. Visit us today and feel like family at Brothers Maine.
Salonpas Lidocaine Flex, a super thin, flexible patch with maximum OTC strength lidocaine that contours to the body to relieve pain right where it hurts. And did we mention it really, really sticks? Salonpas, it's good medicine.
At Foster Funeral and Cremation Services, we honor legacies. Let us take care of the arrangement so you can focus on saying goodbye. Veteran-owned and operated. Experience exceptional care and affordable service with Foster Funeral and Cremation Services.
This is how legends are.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And a Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get $5,250 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Get Bob's discount on furniture, on lamps, on chairs, on mattresses, on rugs, too.
Get Bob's discount.
Only at Bob's Discount Furniture.
The puzzling termination of Waunakee's head boys basketball coaches sparked outrage. After 20 years leading the program, community members speak out against who they believe is really calling the shots. We dive into the heart of the controversy coming up next.
If you struggle to keep tabs on the service fees you pay, you're not alone.
There's just too much to keep track of.
News 3 Now answers a call for action with strategies to help make sure you don't get charged more than you owe. Wednesday at 6.
Tomorrow could be even warmer than today with highs in the lower 80s along with mostly sunny skies. We are going to see a bit of a cool down for Wednesday and Thursday with high temperatures in the upper 60s, but it is going to remain dry and sunny, and that will continue for the weekend as well. And temperatures will also warm up after Thursday. Highs will be back in the lower 80s for Memorial Day weekend. Our next chance of rain will be on Memorial Day, but it looks more and more likely that we aren't going to see the rain then, but we could see a good chance of rain for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. But as a whole, the next 7 days are going to continue to be very nice.
All right, Jacob, thank you.
Good car wash forecast, right?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Tomorrow here on Live at 4, the average family does about 300 loads of laundry per year.
There is a way, though, that you can cut back. We'll have some laundry tips from Consumer Reports before you throw in the towel. That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection is here 24 hours a day.
7 days a week for all your residential and commercial plumbing services.
From installation, repairs, and maintenance to complete sewer and drain cleaning, we've got you covered.
Visit MononaPFP.com.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made the ultimate sacrifice. Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again.
There are exciting changes at Vitense Golfland. The practice and entertainment experience on the golf range is now even better. The new second level of golf suites offers fantastic elevated views, free top tracer, along with all the usual great amenities. In the heated and covered golf suites, relax in comfortable chairs and bar top tables as you enjoy food and drink items of the Signature Hole Grill and Bar, served by friendly wait staff. Also, enjoy watching sporting events while you practice and play. Watch, eat, practice, and play in the golf suites at Vitense Golfland.
This is the house that Angels built. Attic Angels Senior Living Community is built on a foundation of authentic, local care. A framework for living well. Windows to take in the beautiful future. And it's crowned by the pride that one's home is one's castle. This is the house that Angels built. Attic Angel Community. Independent homes and 4 levels of assisted living. Built with the help of angels.
In today's Final Touch, there are bucket lists, and then there is this bucket list.
It's an amazing grandmother-grandson adventure. It's a road-tripping adventure that finally came to an end after more than 7 years of visiting all 63 U.S. national parks. Joy and Brad Ryan's nationwide travels have been documented on social media for years and culminated with a visit to the National Park of America, Samoa, where the pair were honored with certificates of accomplishment. Ryan says his 93-year-old grandmother also made history, becoming the oldest living person to visit every single U.S. national park.
I love this so much.
It is a great story.
Oh, it is a great story. She's incredible, rolling down the sand dune at 93.
Good for the grandson. Yeah. All right, that's our time for now. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.